Hey guys, HDV here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we've got a ton of new stuff to go over. New events have been announced. We also have redevelopment saying that there's going to be a new mega evolution of a Kanto Pokemon in Pokemon Legends ZA. We've got Switch 2 stuff to go over as well. A lot of things to break down and take a look at today. So if you're excited for the video, make sure to drop a like down below. Just trying to hit 500 likes. It really helps out. Leave a comment with your thoughts on anything we cover in today's video. Subscribe if you're brand new. Ring the notification bell. With all of that out of the way, let's get into the video and I really hope that you enjoy. So starting things off, just a quick update about Pokemon GO. The next community days have been revealed. We've got Cerebi here tweeting out saying, Cerebi update, the Pokemon GO community days for the next season have been revealed. So December the 21st to the 22nd is going to be a community day. It's kind of a community weekend because obviously in December they do like a special sort of event where all of the past community day Pokemon are available, shiny boosted, everything like that. It's a great event. And then after that, the first one of the next year is going to be the 5th of January, which is a Sunday. We're then going to have one on the 25th of January, which is going to be a Saturday. That's going to be a classic community day. And then we're also going to have one on the 9th of February, which is also going to be a Sunday as well. So those are the next community days to take note of over the next few months. Just wanted to quickly include that. This next thing looks really fun, and I really hope they bring this to like Pokemon Unite everywhere, because it's definitely something that would get me to play the game again. We've got El Chico Eevee here, who is of course one of the main data miners of Pokemon Unite in the community, saying apparently Pokemon Unite in China are going to be getting a Psyduck Kart game mode. Unite Global, please, I need this. So yeah, it's literally just a race with Psyducks. So obviously you have all the Psyducks down here in the bottom left. They're kind of just there on the line ready to go, and then yeah, you just literally fly through this sort of water track. You have your position here on the right, you have your laps, you have your time, the map in the top left as well. And it looks just literally like a racing game for Psyducks in Pokemon Unite. So this would be really fun to play, man. Again, it's only coming to China as of right now. Hopefully it gets a global release. I don't know why they would just keep this in China, because it just looks like a really cool game mode. It reminds me of the Donphan one from Pokemon Stadium 2. A lot of you guys might not be old enough to remember that. But for those of you that do, with the Donphan, we obviously had to go around the track and you got like little speed ups and stuff like that. It just kind of reminds me a little bit of that, but obviously a much more kind of updated version. But I really want them to bring this to Pokemon Unite just for everyone, because it just looks really fun. So we'll keep tabs on that. Obviously, if we get any more updates about it, we'll keep you in the loop. But yeah, just something really cool if you are able to play the Chinese version. You got some really cool game mode to look forward to. Moving on, let's take a look at the big information of today's video. Riddler-Ku saying there's going to be a new Kanto Mega Evolution in Pokemon Legends ZA. So of course his credibility is still a little bit all over the place. He has gotten quite a few things right in the past. Obviously he said that there was going to be like no ZA stuff at Worlds. He got that right. He obviously got the Shiny Rayquaza event right. He got the Mythical event right. He might have got something else right as well. But on the other hand, he's also said we're going to be getting Legends ZA news soon. We didn't, and then he said, oh, it's because of the Terror leak. He also said that the leaker has given out the game to like private people, and then the leaker's come out and said no, he didn't. So there's a few things that he's still getting wrong, and there's a few things that obviously he's getting right. So he is still somewhat in the loop. We just don't know how in the loop he is regarding Pokemon Legends ZA. But this is actually an update to the Charling sort of tweet he posted on the 29th of October. So again, we didn't really know what that meant. A lot of people thought it could be something to do with Litwick. Some people thought it could be to do with loads of other different things. It really didn't give us a lot of information. And then he posted on the 6th of November saying it's going to be a new Mega Pokemon with a winky face. So the Charling thing is something to do with a new Mega Evolution. He then went on to say, ensure Kanto. So we're getting a new Kanto Mega Evolution, according to Riddler-Ku, in Pokemon Legends ZA. Now again, I'm hoping it's Dragonite. I've said from day one, I think Dragonite would be a perfect Mega Evolution for this game. It's one of the only pseudo-legendaries that hasn't had anything. You know, obviously we've had like Mega Salamence, we've had Mega Garchomp, we've had Mega Metagross, we've had forms of Pokemon like Sliggoo and Goodra and stuff like that. The Dragonite line has been around the longest, and it's had absolutely nothing. No Z-moves, no Mega Evolutions, no forms, nothing like that. This is the perfect game for it to get a Mega Evolution. And we know it's already in the game as well, because it literally popped up in the reveal trailer. Well, a Dragonair did, so We know that the Dragonite line is going to be in the game. So I'm really, really hoping it's a Dragonite. Again, it could be any Kanto Mega Evolution, though. It could be something like Nidoking, Nidoqueen, could be Arbok, could be Weezing, could be Parasect, could be something like Rapidash, could be Ninetales. I'm just trying to think of Pokemon that, well, I guess Ninetales has a form, but I'm trying to think of Pokemon, well, I guess Rapidash also has a form, but I'm just trying to think of Pokemon that potentially don't have anything yet from Kanto that could potentially get a Mega Evolution. But again, we don't know how likely this is to be true. This is what Riddler is saying, and again, his credibility is literally all over the place. Obviously, we do have Jinx as well as a potential candidate, just simply because it is a scrapped Mega Evolution that they already have the design for. Some people think it could be far-fetched as well because of the Chiding thing. So Charling, I don't think it's that simple, but obviously Chiding in Fire Red and Leaf Green, and I think it was in Red and Blue, basically you could trade for a Farfetch for a Spearow in Vermilion, and then basically that Farfetch was called Chiding. But again, I don't think it's that simple. But yeah, Mega Farfetch. Also, I guess Farfetch could get a Mega Evolution, but obviously you can't get a Mega Evolution if you're not fully evolved, and I guess Surfetch'd is the evolution, but that's for Galarian Farfetch. So I guess that regular Kanto Farfetch could get a Mega Evolution, but I don't know, Mega Farfetch just looks a little bit, it seems a bit underwhelming. I'd much rather have a Mega Dragonite or something like that. We also have this bit to go over as well. I don't know what this tweet was that was deleted. I don't know if this is what Riddler posted or something. It says the tweet author. So either way, though, he went on to say, focus on the 3 elements we gave. So the 3 elements they gave were the kind of fire, I guess fire, grass, and water. I'm assuming that's the elements. This is what Blaze and Incineroar kind of posted. But that doesn't really help unless it's something to do with the evolutions. But again, there's not even a grass evolution in Kanto. So maybe it's something to do with Eevee, because obviously that can evolve into those different types. I don't really know. I'm struggling to think of a Kanto Pokemon that's related to kind of grass, fire, and water. The only one that I can really think of is Eevee, because there's no other Kanto Pokemon that really has those 3 typings. Obviously, it's something to do with the starters, but I don't think that the Kanto starters are going to get another Mega Evolution. That would be really, really underwhelming. But yeah, apart from that, unless they're giving them to 3 different sort of types, maybe we're getting 3 Kanto Mega Evolutions, maybe we're getting like Mega Dugong, Mega, I don't even know, Mega, like I say, it's just Rapidash, and then obviously a grass type could be Mega Executor or something like that. But again, I don't know. He just says focus on the 3 elements, but we know it's a Mega Kanto Pokemon, and that's something to kind of do with in regards to that. We also think that it's potentially something to do with Snorlax as well, which again I'm not completely convinced about either. But basically on the on this tweet where he says about the focus on the 3 elements, someone's posted Victory Bell. I'm not really sure why, but either way, we have this as well, which is, I guess, relatively likely. This was posted by B-Dove saying, solved it, it's Snorlax. Pig is obvious. Char equals T. T comes from the plant Camellia sinensis. Definitely pronounced that wrong. Camellia Town is a Pokemon anime exclusive town used for the Pokeathlon. The main character of this arc is a trainer and his Snorlax who would win the event. And then Ling equals Tong, which is eat. So we could actually be getting a Mega Snorlax. Maybe the 3 elements are nothing to do with typings, and maybe it's actually to do with this. So it looks like it potentially could be Mega Snorlax, which I think that'd be a cool Pokemon. We were supposed to get a regional form of Snorlax in Generation 7, which was scrapped. But yeah, maybe Mega Snorlax. I think it'd be kind of busted. I think it'd be really cool Pokemon to get a Mega Evolution. But again, that's just one theory about it. It could be any of the Kanto Pokemon at this point. But let me know your thoughts, though. What do you think the Mega Evolution is going to be for Pokemon Legends EA for Kanto? Again, we know about potentially getting Mega Zygarde, Mega Zarude, Mega Zeraora, and now also potentially a Mega Kanto Pokemon as well. And that's as well as the potential of the Mega starters, whether it is the Kalos starters or it's just 3 other starters regardless. But either way, very, very interesting information. Moving on, we do also have some Switch stuff to go over. We got the Nintendo Soup here tweeting out saying Nintendo strengthens relationships with third-party publishers. So it goes on to say, although Nintendo has historically relied on their first-party software to drive console sales, the Nintendo Switch has seen an increasing number of major third-party releases over the course of its lifespan. So during their latest financial results briefing, again, we're still getting information about this. Obviously, we got the successor to the Switch backwards compatibility thing. We got the carrying on with the NSO thing. We got them saying that they don't think it's going to be affected by Christmas sales, all that jazz. And now we also have this as well. So Nintendo revealed that this was the result of various measures taken to strengthen their relationships with third-party developers. This includes opening a Nintendo Developer Portal website for other developers and publishers to assist with making games for the Switch, supporting middleware such as Unity and Unreal Engine, as well as more affordable development kits. So it says strengthening relationships with software publishers, so establishment of Nintendo Developer Portal, a website dedicated to developers and publishers, support the numerous middleware such as Unity and Unreal Engine, and the release of affordable development kits. And it says improve development environment and support for developers. It says, indeed, Nintendo's partnerships with third parties are now stronger than ever, with about half of the Switch games sold this year being from other developers aside from Nintendo. Partners highlighted by Nintendo include Microsoft, Electronic Arts, Bandai Namco, Capcom, Sega, and more. So these are all the ones that they've kind of spoke about. So it's very likely that we get a lot of this stuff on the Switch 2. So we get like Sega games for the Switch 2, we get Square Enix games for the Switch 2, we get Atlas games for the Switch 2, etc. And then obviously this is another graph here. It says, as a result, about half of the software units sold since the fiscal year ended March 2021 titles released by other software publishers. This figure does not include the numerous download-only titles that have been released by software publishers. Sales of both first-party titles and those released by other software publishers continue to achieve high levels of sales. They then go on to say, rumor has it that Nintendo intends to continue strengthening ties with third-party developers moving into 2025 by tapping on them for more remasters of old games on their current Switch console. Stay tuned for more updates as they come. And we also have Stealth talking about this as well, saying Nintendo says that they plan on strengthening relationships with other software publishers. I think it's safe to say, or safe to look at this list and assume these will be Switch 2 partners. And there's a lot of partners here as well. There's a lot of partners here, like I say, big ones as well, like Ubisoft, Epic Games, Atlas, Bandai Namco, Square Enix, stuff like that. A lot of these are, like I say, probably gonna be on the Switch 2 as well. Again, we don't know in what shape and form, but it looks like they are going to be on the console, should I say. Switch was #1 worldwide for years and was especially dominant in the US and Japan. For Japan developers looking at multi-platform development, cough Square Enix cough, the decision to support Switch 2 should be an easy one. Nintendo cooking with From Software is exciting. And then also Falcom became a Nintendo partner during the second half of Switch's life cycle. When the Nintendo Switch launched, you couldn't really say for sure that Falcom would put a single game on it. It's nice that Nintendo recognizes the quality games they release. I mean, a lot of companies were like that. A lot when the Switch came out, because of the bad sales of the Wii U, a lot of people were like, no, I can't be bothered to put my game on the Nintendo Switch because it's just not going to do very well. Now, obviously, we know that the Switch absolutely smashed it out of the park. So a lot of developers are wanting to put their games on the new console when it comes out, because obviously it's gonna sell well, because the console we already know is gonna sell really well because it's literally just a better version of the Switch. Like I honestly don't think there's a world where the Switch 2 doesn't absolutely smash it, because the Nintendo Switch did so well. It's a better version of it. Why wouldn't you want to go and get it? It's like the PS5 and the PS4 and the PS3 and stuff like that. Like, it's just a better version of the console, so it's always going to do well. Obviously, like, Xbox has fallen a little bit behind, but yeah, I think Nintendo, because they have such unique games, like you can't play Mario on anything else, you can't play Pokemon on anything else, you can't play Zelda on anything else. Like, they have those, so people have to buy the Switch to play these games. Whereas on PlayStation and Xbox, because a lot of the games are multi-platform, apart from unique ones like Spider-Man and Last of Us, stuff like that, you kind of can get away with either of the consoles. Whereas Nintendo is like, there's so many really, really good unique games on the console that you just kind of have to buy the Switch. And it's just different as well, like it's more family oriented and stuff like that than a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series X. So yeah, I don't know, it's cool that all these publishers are probably going to be on the Switch too, and I'm looking forward to seeing what games they kind of do make for the Switch successor. But either way, some good information coming out of Nintendo. Again, there might be more questions and stuff asked about the Switch successor and stuff from that financial briefing that come out over the next few days. Obviously, if there is, we will cover it. But as of right now, that's probably going to be enough for today's video. So let me know your thoughts on all the Switch 2 stuff. Again, when do you think this console is going to get announced? Do you think it is going to be this year, or do you think they're just going to wait until next year and they're going to leave it as long as possible? They're going to release it like February or March or something like that. And then also let me know your thoughts on everything else that we covered as well. What do you think the Kanto Mega Pokemon is going to be? Again, looks like it could be Snorlax. That's, I guess, the front runner right now for the riddle. Riddler hasn't come out and said someone's got it right, and this was posted on the 6th of November. So this was posted a few days ago now. and he hasn't replied to this yet. So usually when someone gets it, he's like, oh, someone's got it. But yeah, he hasn't said anything yet. But either way, I think Snorlax still makes a lot of sense, 100%. The way that they've kind of solved this is really smart. So, and this definitely has like Riddler-Coup vibes as well from like the Pokeathlon and stuff like that. But either way, let me know your thoughts on all of that, and then also the Psyduck event, and then also the Pokemon Go event as well. But thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you're brand new, ring the notification bell for daily Pokemon content. Have a great rest of your day, and until next time, peace.